What's up, everybody? I'm Devin Walton, and this is the Homestead Road Weekly News, your no-spin real estate breakdown for Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. And listen up, the market is getting interesting. Minnesota is entering what analysts are calling a thoughtful reset. Wisconsin is flashing an extreme inventory warning, and Tampa Bay just hit a milestone that reshapes its entire housing future. 5 topics, 3 minutes each, real numbers, real insight, real fast. So let's jump right in. New listings are down 11.2%. Pending sales are down 5.6%. The median price is now at $380,000. So there's a twist. The median price is so rock solid at $380,000, but why? Because luxury is absolutely taking off. Showings on homes above $800,000 up a massive 46%, and that's driven in part by the lower interest rate that is out there in the marketplace. That's where the energy is right now. David Arbit from Minnesota Realtors calls this the calibrating phase. Rates around 6.1% crack the lock-in effect, but buyers just aren't racing. They're doing inspections again. They're negotiating again. They're being picky adults. Danielle Hale explains the 6% new normal. So here's what that means. If you're selling an entry-level home, you need strategy. If you're selling luxury, you're in the driver's seat. It's stable, predictable, and honestly, it feels healthy. What I'm really telling you here is, if this thoughtful pace doesn't work for your timeline, skip it. Homestead Road buys houses as is, cash. No repairs, no cleaning, no showings. Get your offer in 24 hours. Go to www.homesteadroad.com and sign up today for your fast cash offer. All right, topic number 2. Now this one you better buckle up for. It's kind of wild. North Star MLS is showing one of the sharpest metro divides we've seen in years. In Edina, for example, the median list price is $664,500. Average days on the market, 84. Luxury still gets multiple offers, but only when it's pristine. Across the river in St. Paul, different universe. Starter homes are in a pressure cooker. If it's turnkey, gone in days. If it needs a little bit of love, a roof, a kitchen, a furnace, it's sitting and sitting and sitting. Danielle Beckman from SPAR says it perfectly. Buyers in 2026 are confident, but incredibly picky. They pay for perfect. They won't touch projects unless the price is basically clearance rack level. Andy Harwood tours a St. Paul home, explaining why near perfect is the only thing moving instantly. So here's the truth. Your house is either a 10 out of 10, or it better be priced like a 5 out of 10. Middle ground homes are really struggling this year. And now for the big Minnesota prediction, the April buyer bubble. Well, we usually see early year activity spike up in February, not this year. Analysts say buyers are waiting, and then boom, mid-April, it's gonna pop. David Duckwall says inventory is about to rise, but the demand window will be short. He warned sellers, if you list in June, you've missed the liquidity wave already. That's huge. Timing is gonna be everything here in 2026. Graham Smith explains why 6.2% rates are finally bringing back 2025 sidelines crowd. This isn't just local hype. NAR has officially named the Minneapolis-St. Paul Metro a top 10 housing hotspot for 2026, predicting a 14% increase in sales volume. The buyers are out there. They're just waiting, literally, for the snow to melt. So don't wait for spring to decide. Get a guaranteed offer today at www.homesteadroad.com. Fast, easy, stress-free. Let's jump across the river to Wisconsin, where Madison is a full-blown extreme seller's market mode. Integrity Homes Wisconsin reports a 0.8% months of supply. Basically, If 2026 had a battery indicator for inventory, Wisconsin's is flashing red at 2%. John Reuter makes a great point though. Even in extreme shortage, price too high, and your listing still goes stale. The market is hot, but it's not stupid. Meanwhile, in La Crosse, prices are rising, but days on market are climbing. Buyers don't want to overpay even in a shortage. They're looking for value. Median price in Madison is now $460,000. So if you own property in Dane County, you're holding one of the strongest seller positions in the entire Midwest. All right, let's head down south to sunshine and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just hit a huge milestone in February as Mayor Jane Castor cut the ribbon on Canopy at West River, a $63 million development adding 384 affordable units to the West River District. This is part of a 150-acre master plan that's transforming the west side of the city. Local leaders are calling it a pivotal moment for housing stability. Brian Batten at Lennar says affordability is the defining trend of 2026, and it's true even in Tampa. Tampa Bay is a magnet for relocators from Chicago and New York, but these projects help keep local workers in the community. This city isn't emerging anymore. It's maturing, it's durable, and it has nearly $2 billion invested in infrastructure in the pipeline right now. Well, that's a wrap for today. 15 minutes of pure real estate power. The market is shifting, inventory is changing, and you are ahead of the curve. If you've got a property that feels more like a burden, let's take it off your hands. No repairs, no stress, just cash. Head over to homesteadroad.com and get your offer today. I'm Devin Walton, Homestead Road. Stay energetic, stay smart, and I'll see you next week.